Research on 5G began in 2008 by NASA. Its first widespread use was in 2019, and it is estimated that it will cover up to 65% of the world's population by 2025. 5G is the fifth generation technology standard for cellular networks. It's the successor of the 4G network, which is commonly used around the world today. But what exactly is it? How does it work? And what drama and conspiracy theories surround it even before it has been fully deployed? Stay tuned to find out all this and more. Did you know? The term cellular networks is used because the service area is divided into small geographical areas called cells. 5G networks are digital cellular networks. Here's briefly how it works. Service areas covered by network providers are divided into small geographical areas called cells. Analog signals, which represent images and sounds, are digitized in the phone, converted by a digital or analog converter, and transmitted as a stream of bits. All 5G devices in a cell communicate by radio waves with a local antenna array and transceiver in the cell over frequency cells assigned by the transceiver. Each local antenna is connected to the telephone network and the internet using either a wireless connection or optical fiber. As you move with your device, it seamlessly connects to the new cell in the new geographical area. 5G will support up to 1 million devices per square kilometer, 10 times more than 4G. There will be three main applications for 5G. The first is enhanced mobile broadband, which provides faster connections and more capacity. The second will be ultra-reliable low-latency communications, or URLLC, which refer to critical applications that require uninterrupted data exchange. The third main application for 5G is called massive machine-type communications, which will connect billions of IoT devices globally. As the technology is relatively new, the infrastructure is not yet in place to deliver its maximum potential. At the moment, speeds range from about 50 megabits per second to just over 2 gigabits per second. Eventually, the speed will be over 10 gigabits per second. Given the vast speeds that 5G will eventually deliver, its intended use is not just limited to mobile phone operators or internet service providers. It will also be used for critical communications, for example during disasters and emergencies, industrial Internet of Things, and enterprise networking. As of April 2019, more than 224 operators in over 88 countries have either started testing or been given licenses to test and deploy 5G technologies. The first country to adopt 5G on a large scale was South Korea, which has been using the technology since April of 2019. In March 2019, 23 different technology manufacturers announced plans to launch at least 33 5G devices in the near future. By November of the same year, this increased to 129 devices from 56 vendors. The planned devices include mobile telephones, hotspots, snap-on dongles and adapters, USB terminals, and more. Samsung was the first to release a 5G smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy S20, released on 6th March 2020 with a price tag of about $1,000. Later in the same month, HMD Global, which manufactures Nokia phones, claimed to have a wider range of 5G capabilities in their newest device, the Nokia 8.3. The Nokia was also priced more reasonably at a modest €599 in European markets. No technological development comes without opposition, and 5G is no exception. Due to fears of espionage by the Chinese, several countries including the US, UK, and Australia have decided to restrict or eliminate entirely the use of Chinese equipment in their 5G networks. Huawei, one of the largest manufacturers of 5G equipment, has faced numerous allegations of misconduct. They have been accused of intellectual property theft, corporate espionage, and even that an employee stole a robotic testing arm from a T-Mobile US laboratory. Their vice chairwoman and CFO was even indicted by the US authorities on charges of theft of trade secrets and using a shell company to make investments in Iran, which violated US sanctions. The majority of these claims are denied by the Chinese manufacturer and government. The founder of Huawei encouraged the US to provide evidence to back its espionage claims, and alleges that the accusations are politically motivated, and that the US was doing this to remain a global leader in technology. The accusations of using 5G for surveillance don't just apply to China. It is also alleged that the FBI in the US and the GCHQ in the UK have tried to use and adjust 5G standards to collect as much metadata as possible for mass surveillance purposes. The security threats are real. In 2018, a team of researchers in Zurich published a comprehensive paper alerting the public on the new threats that 5G would bring. In it, they mentioned that the technology is immature and insufficiently tested, which broadens attack surfaces as it allows access to higher quantities of data. Around the same time, network security companies such as Fortinet and Arbor Networks advised on personalized and mixed security deployments to protect against attacks foreseen after 5G deployments. Similarly, IoT experts also predict the increased capacity for DDoS attacks, cryptojacking, and other cyber attacks due to the significant increase in the number of IoT devices enabled by 5G technology. As well as accusations of using 5G for surveillance by intelligence agencies and governments, conspiracies also spread during the COVID-19 pandemic, with theorists claiming a link between the virus and 5G networks. As a result, dozens of telephone masts across the UK and Europe were targeted by arsonists. In February 2020, the BBC reported on conspiracy theorists who were alleging a link between the virus and 5G mobile networks, claiming the Wuhan outbreak was directly caused by electromagnetic fields and the introduction of 5G and wireless technologies. Some even alleged that the coronavirus was a cover-up for 5G-related illnesses. Even some doctors claimed that 5G caused the coronavirus, based on the fact that Africa has fewer cases and is not a 5G region. One of these doctors is Dr. Thomas Cowan, who also alleged that the viruses were wastes from cells that are poisoned by electromagnetic fields, and that other historical pandemics also coincided with major developments in radio technology. However, there is no scientific backing for these claims. The National Medical Director of NHS England described theories linking 5G mobile phone networks to COVID-19 as the worst kind of fake news. It is worth reiterating that viruses are not transmitted by radio waves, and as of May 2020, the coronavirus continues to spread in countries that do not have 5G. In addition to the coronavirus conspiracy theorists linking 5G to the virus, other allegations that wireless devices and networks have health implications have been around for decades. As a result of these allegations, scientists have been carefully studying the impact of wireless device radiation on human health since the 1990s. Studies and experiments aim to confirm whether or not wireless device radiation caused issues with blood flow in the human body, cancer, a reduction in male fertility, electromagnetic hypersensitivity, and more. However, no evidence has been found that suggests that there is a link between these illnesses and wireless device radiation. In 2018, the World Health Organization clarified that a large number of studies have been performed over the last 2 decades to assess whether mobile phones pose a potential health risk. To date, no adverse health effects have been established as being caused by mobile phone use. Even though the rumors and conspiracy theories continue, 5G promises to deliver significant benefits to individuals, businesses, and non-for-profit organizations and services providing aid in disaster-struck areas globally. We hope you found this video useful and informative. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and look out for lots more informational content being released regularly.